I was thinking last night, I couldn't sleep. Like, it was literally like 2 a.m. and I could not sleep. And I was like, there's this video that's on TikTok and also it's on YouTube. Like, I'm sure you guys seen it, how big the universe really is. And it's like a 30-second clip of showing how big and the scale of the universe. And I was like, holy shit. Like, this is insane. Like, this is actually real. And then I Googled it. My mind was like racing at this point. I was like, how many planets are actually in the universe? This number is insane. 700 quadrillion. Actually, I think it was a higher number than that. But the exact number was unknown. But imagine, like, the estimate is 700 quadrillion. It could be way more than that. And I thought to myself, obviously, there has to be extraterrestrial life. It's obvious. Like, then I started thinking, like, crazy. Like, I've recently watched all the Avengers movies, and I'm not really a superhero, like, nerd, but I found this pretty interesting and how there was different, like, moments in time, like they went in the future and the past, and I was like, holy shit, there's so many freaking planets that what if there's a freaking planet for each second of time that's ever happened? Like, each, like, the past, the future, the present, like, and what if it just goes on infinitely? Like, what if every single flippin' planet has, like, every single moment? Like, that would be insane. That would literally be insane. But then this boggled my mind. Like, I don't know how I thought of this, but, like, blew my mind, and I kind of teared up because I was like, holy shit. Like, what if I'm actually right? And it was like, yo, what if there was freaking, like, how did the pyramids get there, right? How did the pyramids get there? So my speculation is, like, I mean, people have come out and said this, you know, but, like, we've even said that our technology is not that advanced. But I was like, what if at one point there was obviously aliens that came from another planet that did this, right? But I was like, going on and like, what if in a certain period of time in the future, we're living in it, that these pyramids were created and we are now in the past? Or even crazier, that in the past, so far away at the very beginning of time, there could have even been a moment where the earth generated, like, created these forms, and I thought that was insane too. And there's even these photos and videos of these pyramids that were made in Antarctica. That's impossible to make a pyramid in Antarctica. Like, even now, like, we are in the future. We are in the present moment of the future forward. And it just boggles my mind. We're not there yet. We are not advanced enough. I'm not going far as researching, as nerdy as it sounds. Is it possible? Is it possible with the equipment that we have to make, like, a suit, like an Iron Man suit or a Spider-Man suit? Like, I'm so nerdy, but I was like, do we have these sort of things? And no, we don't. And I'm like, how much you want to bet we actually do? We actually do, but it's being hidden. How much you want to bet? I'm serious. I'm dead serious. How much you want to bet we actually have the equipment to make that stuff? And I don't know, it's insane to me. Like, think about it. We can't comprehend our own world, right? We have 8 other planets in our solar system. That seems like a lot. But there are universes, like, every freaking where. Everywhere. Literally everywhere. Everywhere. I'm geeking. I'm literally geeking. But honestly, I just had to say something. Like, I really think the multiverse is real. I think in different places there's time travel. I think there's invincibility. And I think obviously there's spiritual stuff. I believe in aliens. I believe in all that stuff. Like, I think it's being hidden. And even in the Super Bowl, the government had, like, well, I don't know if it was the government or not, but it was in Nevada, obviously, which is a lot of alien conspiracy where they take place. And there's like 3 or 4 alien Super Bowl commercials. Guys, I don't think that was an accident. Like, I think they're actually trying to tell us something. And they're telling us something because they can't hide it anymore. They can't hide it, so they have to reveal it. And I just can't stop thinking 700 quadrillion. Like, I've never even heard that number before. Like, I've never even known it existed until now. So 700 quadrillion. Our mind is not powerful enough to comprehend, like I said. And I think we could definitely be considered aliens to other species out there. We could be considered aliens. I mean, think about how much stuff is going on in this universe alone, and then in other universes. Like, is that not insane? Like, I don't think people are picking that up. I don't have words. Like, I don't have words. It's like, we can't, like I said, we cannot comprehend our own world. We can't comprehend our own life. We can't comprehend, like, I even went as far as thinking, what if we just live multiple lives to figure out every single thing? Like, if we live in one life and try to figure out one thing, like loyalty, right? Then when we die, do we go to another world? Do we go to another world? Or do we go to heaven? Like, do we go, where do we go? Like, you can't tell me that it's not a thing to think about. Like, think about this. Like, I believe in God. I believe in spiritual things. I believe in all that. But I just can't imagine why we would have 700 quadrillion planets just to be there in space. Like, that makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. There has to be some kind of cause. There has to be some kind of meaning towards it. Like, something, right? Like, could these all be like multiple heavens? Could these all be multiple different versions of hell? Could these be multiple different clones of Earth? Could this be multiple different, like, shit is crazy. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a good day. If you felt alone, just remember there's 700 quadrillion planets. So loneliness shouldn't even exist, right? I don't know. Thought of the day. Like, if I'm right, if we're on Earth to learn these specific things, and then eventually die and go into a spiritual world, like heaven, right? When we learn all these specific things, and I was even thinking, like, what if we, like, have already lived multiple lives? Like, that's insane to think about. Like, what if we've lived multiple lives? Like, think about the traits and characteristics that we've picked up that we don't even realize. Like photography, right? I really like photography. I really like airplanes. I really like all these things. And there's no specific reason. Why I really like these things, right? There's no specific reason. I didn't go to college. I didn't learn this in school. Like, there's no actual specific reason. Like, I love, like, thinking outside the box. I like entrepreneurship, imagining things, building things. Like, none of these things I've actually picked up, but I have no memory of living in a different world. Like, people have come out and said, oh, I had a memory, like, my child is he's claiming he was an airplane pilot in World War III or something. Like, yo, I think that could actually be real. I think we actually are living in a multiverse, and like, it's not out of the possibility to anybody that says this is not possible, this is stupid. Like, bro, nothing is impossible, nothing is stupid. Like, literally nothing. Like, one could claim, oh, the grass is dead, right? This is an example because I'm looking at the grass right now. The grass is dead. No, your theory is the grass is dead. It could actually come back to life. Ever think of that? It's just insane. And then the Bible says that everything was made perfectly in its image. Everything was made and created. Even in the beginning of the Bible, it says, or close in one of the books, it says that Abraham looked at the stars and was absolutely amazed. And that gives me chills, like literally, like gives me chills right now. He looked at the stars and he was absolutely stunned at what he saw. And God was like, this is how many people, like think about that. This is how many people you're gonna raise up for generations. 700 quadrillion? You're telling me 700 quadrillion people in this world? No, like no way. 700 quadrillion. Think about that. 700 quadrillion. And there's no way all of those 700 quadrillion actually survived and lived. I just can't imagine, like, a baby, right? A baby that's destined to live an amazing life and then just dies and goes straight to heaven. Doesn't even get to live a life. Like doesn't even get a life to live. Like, that's painful. Like, that can't be real. Like, that, I feel like there's something. And I could be totally wrong. Like I said, I believe in God. I don't care what you believe in. I mean, whatever you believe in, I'm accepting, because I can't change anybody's mind. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Like, you don't have to believe me. But I think there's something to be known. There's things to be known. There's things that are gonna be revealed. There's things that are we're never gonna know, right? We're never gonna know. And whether it's revealed in the future or the past, we are never going to know anything. Unless, I mean, I guess maybe if heaven goes on forever and ever, we could get infinite knowledge of anything. But our brains are just not even possible of thinking of really. I mean, I think our brain probably maxes out at like 20 things at one time, right? So in this life, we can't think of everything at one time. Our brain would literally go crazy. Like, we can, the expansion of thinking 20 things at one time is absolutely crazy, right? Like, that would be really hard to think of those things. So I think reality is we could think of like 5 to maybe 10 things or 7 things at one time. But our brain can't get in full depth of what these things really are. So there's so much that's not understood that I don't think we'll ever truly, understand. I don't. And even if we're told these things, even if we're told what life is and what is to come and every single thing and the reason it was made and all the knowledge, we can't get like a glimpse. We can't get like a video of it probably, or image of it, or information. Like I said, it's not out of the possibility, but for us as humans right now, we definitely can't comprehend that all. So that's just my thoughts. I really want to know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. If you watched this entire video, thank you. I did not think it was going to be this long. I want to make a YouTube short of this. It's just so insane to me, and there's so much that we don't know, and that's what blows my mind. Is we just can never know. We can never know what is gonna happen next. So, and I think that's the good thing about life, and the unknown is what makes life exciting. So yeah, I hope this inspires you, or I don't know. Thought this was helpful. Thought this was cool. Maybe learn some things. Drop it in the comments. Like I said, give me some info on what your thoughts are on this. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and like the video and share. Peace.